Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Let's get right into it. Find out what's the messages, guidance, and insight that is coming forth for you today. What are the messages, guidance, insight? Thank you. Okay, we have Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. Fifth house is our house for today. We have one planet, which is the planet of Neptune. And we have, another planet, Mercury. Mercury. Mercury, fifth house, Neptune. Okay. Fifth house. Fifth house gives me the energy of your heart. Fifth house is the house of Leo. Fifth house has to do with the things you feel courageous about doing, the things that bring you joy, that make you feel lighthearted, the things that bring you fun, right? With Mercury being here, Mercury is the planet of communication. It rules Gemini energy as well as Virgo, but Gemini energy, right? And I say Gemini because the sun has moved into the sign of Gemini. So this has to do with communication. Some of you are finding the courage, the passion, the love, the fun you enjoy about communicating. There's also, okay, so that was a brief pause. Some of you could feel like there has also been a pause. Maybe not so brief, but a pause nonetheless in communication. So communicating with someone, for some of you, there's this energy of Neptune that's here as well. Now, Neptune rules the sign of Pisces. Neptune is that planet that they speak of about dreaminess, right? Some could say in its higher vibration, it's about visualization. Some would say in its lower vibration, it's illusions, right? You're fantasizing about something. So someone could be daydreaming about wanting to communicate something. Some are wanting to communicate about their love with fifth house here, the things of their heart. Leo rules the heart, right? And Mercury is here. So some of you could also be visualizing yourself communicating, whether this be like you're speaking in front of I just saw a TEDx, speaking in front of an audience or speaking for a class project, right? There's something here with communication. I also see this energy of analyzing Mercury, right? Someone is analyzing what needs to be sacrificed. Pisces energy, Neptune energy. Sacrificing the illusions for a more focused way to create, a more focused way to communicate. The sacrifice isn't, oh wow, well, this could be someone's letting go. I just heard this clearly. Someone's letting go of the illusion of wanting to sacrifice you, someone, right? They're yielding to this. Another way this sacrifice is coming forward, it's like learning what needs to be sacrificed, meaning, like an example, if you had a paper that you, or a speech, that's what I'm hearing. If you had a speech that you were going to give at an event or something, what may need to be sacrificed is the watching of television or something along that line so that you can focus on the topic that you're going to create about, right? Um, there's also this energy with the fifth house here about investments, play, fun, games. There's also someone visualizing themselves, recognizing also like the power of love, fifth house energy here. Okay. Sorry about that. um, um, many thoughts. Someone's having many thoughts, but they're truly coming into the awareness of the power of love. Some are sacrificing the confusion that they felt in their mind. So they're being more clear about what it is that they're analyzing or how they're analyzing, willing to have more fun, even more romance. That's what I'm getting here, right? The signs we have out here, fifth house is Leo, Neptune rules Pisces, Mercury rules Gemini. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's clarify this fifth house energy and give you more insight about this. Fifth house, tell us about this fifth house energy. What do they need to know when it comes to the fifth house here? Clarify fifth house. Leo energy, fifth house. Oh. Anything else? This house has a lot to say today. All right. We have the deck split at the Knight of Cups and the High Priestess. Heart. Speaking of the heart, someone has a message in their heart. They're wanting to use their intuition. This has been a secret for some of you, or they've been keeping this a secret. That's for some of you. There's a lot that came out here, but quite a few that are on the fence. So, Five of Cups, sideways on the fence. Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. 8-8. 5-8-8, 8-8-5. I'm putting these to the side because they're on the fence. We also have the Ace of Swords and the Tower. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups. The Devil. The Page of Cups. Eight of Swords. Judgment. What else? Five of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. So much. And then the ones that came out on the fence, again, were the Eight of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay. Let's find out what's going on here. So someone's recognizing the truth. They're tapping into the truth of their heart. This is shocking for some of them. This has caused them to have to look at how they've built their foundation and does it actually work for them. The things that they thought mattered the most is not what's truly bringing them happiness, right? They're starting to see through the illusion and recognize what's truly an option that makes their heart sing, that they actually enjoy, versus the illusion of the things that are actually toxic that they thought brought them value, right? Some are now wanting to start over. They're trying to find a way to come out of their head and make the decision about some judgments that they made where they may have pointed the finger at you, even caused you some conflict and or confusion, Neptune energy, right? But we're clarifying the fifth house. It's like they now want to create with you. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups energy here. They want to do it in a big way. Some want to invest. They want to take a gamble on investing with you. They don't want to play games. So it's not like they want to gamble your heart anymore. Doing that has actually made them sad. And now they want to move more quickly towards creating a vibrancy within one, walking away from what is an illusion. They're seeing past the illusions, right? And wanting to create in a more powerful way, a way that makes them feel like they can tap into romance, even love, right? To some, love, especially love of a higher vibration, can seem illusionary, like it's not something that necessarily exists. Yes, we all talk about it. Yes, we all see it in the movies. Like, that's only stuff that happens in the movie. That doesn't happen in real life. Like, yes, the Cosby Show was great, but who living like that in the 2025? This is what I get the energy of someone feeling. It's like in their heart they want the TV land love, but they don't necessarily. It's like they visualize that, but they don't feel like, they feel like it's an illusion. Like, this can't happen. Like, people don't really live like this. Like, people don't really have unconditional love and have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups is that emotional ultimate fulfillment. It is the real life, like Cosby Show, the husband, the wife, raising the kids growing up and becoming well-rounded, productive citizens that grew up in a household where there wasn't poverty and strife. And you know what I mean? It's the TV land version, and someone's like visualizing this, but they feel like this is an illusion. Like, nobody lives like this. Who lives like that? But they're still in their head about it. Like, is it possible? Neptune energy here. They're being prepared to sacrifice feeling tied up in their head, like this can't be a possibility for them. And I feel like they're visualizing, like, yeah, we can have this. See how they're preparing the dinner table? We can have this family where we do actually sit down from time to time and actually enjoy a meal together and literally communicate. That's almost something that doesn't even occur today. People sit and eat their dinner, their lunch with a phone in their hand. Even at the dinner table, people don't put the phone away. So it's like, that's Seven of Cup. That's an illusion. We have so many options that most people choose to not always take the choices that could make their heart sing, right? Wanting this Ten of Cups energy of family and legacy. We're even on this Ten of Pentacles. See how they're like playing a board game? I think that's badminton. When is the last time you sat down with family and actually played a board game? Like, most kids don't even know today what the board games are. You know, even if it's just chess or checkers or badminton, as the card shows, right? When is the last time you sat down with friends and or family and actually shared a meal where someone wasn't on the phone? When is the last time you sat down with your family at an actual dinner table and ate together? Even if it's going out to a restaurant, today we DoorDash, Uber Eats, right? Get your meal, go into the living room and sit with your phone as you scroll and eat. Someone's been visualizing, though, this way of having a very fulfilling, happy, thriving family life. When they look into their heart, it feels like what feels truth. Ace of Swords here to their heart. They're recognizing that they're having more and more thoughts about this. But with this Neptune energy, it feels like it was all a dream. And they feel like that some dreams don't come true. We have that saying that dreams come true. Someone's doubting that some dreams just don't come true. And what I'm getting here is that it may not come true in the ways, because this is what's being sacrificed. So sometimes we make sacrifices in order to do it a better way or a way that is more suitable. So maybe, just maybe, right? Let's throw this out there. Tower here. Maybe it's not the ideal television way of having a family, but could it still not be a way that causes you to thrive and feel like in your heart space you're thriving? So maybe everyone's at the table and they have their phone, right? But there's rule for the family where go ahead, we're at the restaurant, we're all sitting and eating together. Take your pictures of your phone, of your food, because people love to do that and post it. And I don't think that's changing anytime soon. But after you've taken your pictures, phones go down and we have the rest of the meal until we're getting ready to go with no phones and just communicating with each other. This is a part of finding the things that you can sacrifice so that you can still feel like you're thriving. Like I'm just throwing suggestions out there because someone with this Eight of Cups here is deciding or thinking they're going to have to walk away from this dream because this isn't something that's necessarily going to happen for them. It's like that time has passed. This is what I'm feeling. That time has passed and people just don't do that anymore. And they're thinking they may not get it. Too much time has passed. They waited too long, whatever this may have been. But in their heart of hearts, fifth house here, this is what they would like to create. This is where they would like to invest their time, take a gamble on actually seeing if this dream is possible, to create more fun within the family, to have more connection with their children. Fifth house energy here, right? But with this Neptune energy, they're feeling like this may be a dream that they have to sacrifice. That it's just going to be a dream. Neptune is that dreamy energy. And sometimes if you stay in the dream world too long, it becomes and feels like an illusion. Can you actually bring that forth into the material realm? Or does it just stay out into the ethers? Let's find out, what is this confusion about with this Neptune energy? Clarify Neptune. Anything else with this Neptune energy? Thank you. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Someone's wanting to be very diplomatic in the way that they communicate. Very diplomatic. We have the Six of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Six of Swords. I'm sorry. Six of Wands. That's the Six of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. So, diplomatic with one, who they're bringing into their family. This is like chosen family, right? Contract here, right? Wanting to make it successful, being able to recognize each other's like negotiables, negotiating, right? Each other's like I want to say desires, but desires isn't the necessary word. Neither is necessities, but it's like what you need in the relationship to thrive, what makes you feel secure within it. Because we all have these ideal ways of how we would like a relationship to go. You how do they say relationship goes? So some people now could be looking at TikTok videos and thinking that's a relationship goal, but is it actually, or is it just the 60-second reel? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, in reality, when it comes to relationships, there's ups, there's downs, there's highs, there's lows, right? That 60 seconds is just that 60 seconds within a whole hour. 1 minute, everything's gravy. The next minute, you gotta beat the lumps out of the flour in order to get it smooth again. You get my analogy? Meaning, they're gonna be lumpy times, right? Times where things get a little not so smooth. Can you still honor the relationship when it's rocky times, where you're going over a little hump, right? Can you still recognize that this is a worthwhile contract, partnership? Will you still be willing to have reciprocity, Six of Pentacles, and put in the work? Will we still, even after, and this is what this is giving me. If you look at these look like people are serving each other. And remember, I said that this 10, when we were clarifying fifth house, this 10 of cups, people are setting the dinner table, right? In this one, they're actually serving out the food. Can you see the plate here and the food, right? Are you prepared for even when we're having the tough times for us to still be able to eat together? And this eat I'm getting isn't just about food, like we eat together with our finances. Six of Pentacles here. Are you going to now start putting money aside so you can plan your escape? Or do you find a way that you see what I'm saying? Reciprocity. Well, this is my money and I earn this money. Or do you find a way to balance things out? This is also coming up because a lot of people never really discuss those types of things. Whenever, the majority of the time, there's issues in relationships, there's two things that usually ruin a relationship: infidelity, not being loyal, and finances, the money. Girl, he ain't got no money. I've been paying all the bills. Or, bruh, man, she taking my credit card and doing it to the max. She always wanna, what do they say? I flew her out and she wanna, ooh, wait, I heard this. It was so funny to me. Swipe and I can't think of it right now, but it was a little short and the guy flew out one of them vacation bays, right? And the first thing she wanted to do when he picked her up from the airport was go to the mall so she could swipe. I'm trying to think of the other word. That's what I'm talking about. Finances and not being loyal. 6-6 here. How do we have a victorious type of way of eating together? Literally eating, financially eating, eating where our family thrives, right? Getting the bag in all areas, in the relationship, in the finances, and through our connection, our contract, our family. This is what someone's dreaming about. They're wondering what are the things that need to be sacrificed in order to keep down the confusion so that there is a way of moving and thriving the ideal way for those involved within this contract. And I keep saying contract because if you look at this is it's like they're shaking hands together, and this is the actual contract. And that wreath right there in the middle, the wreath, that's the it's like it represents like an accomplishment. Something has been accomplished. If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this. This is when like someone would come back from battle and they would put this wreath on their head. Okay? But all in all, it represents accomplishment. So someone is wanting to see through the illusions, Neptune energy, through not just having it be a dream, but actually visualizing it into materializing it into a real thing. How does this happen? What are the words, Mercury here, that I need to communicate? Because words have vibration and frequencies. What do I need to say? And not just say, but do. Okay, I've had this dream. Now I need to put the vibration and the frequency to it. You think a thing, then you speak a thing, and then you call a thing forward, right? Let's find out. What's this Mercury? What are they letting their mind tell them how to do? Mercury communication. Clarify Mercury. Okay, that's enough. Seven of Wands. Someone is still being either very guarded with their communication because they're still analyzing. They want to have not too many words, but the right words. Nine of Cups. The right words. Nine of Pentacles, right? Eight of Pentacles. Putting in the work. Knight of Cups. To have the message to speak, right? Knight of Cups. Knight. About love, right? You can either stay guarded about this, or you can go after what you want. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Here it is again. The devils are here today. For the Neptune, we had Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands. With Mercury, we have Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. 369, I'm hearing 9966. We also have the 88, 1010, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. How do you find a way to communicate, allowing your words to match your actions? But first, someone's like, how do I find the words? I know what I want to say, Nine of Cups. I know what I want to say, Nine of Pentacles. I've been thriving. I found a way to do this part on my own. I've been sitting with my mind, checking my heart. I want to put in the work, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. Knight is a messenger to give this message, clarifying Mercury communication, analyzing. Someone has been analyzing how to take what they've been visualizing, take what they've been daydreaming about, and now wanting to communicate. Frequency, vibration. Speak through the power of the tongue from the power of the heart. Fifth house here. The heart has a very powerful aura, a powerful energy about it, right? Someone has been putting in the work, thinking about what it is that they truly want in their heart and aligning that with their mind. For some, this was a tower moment because they had to recognize the truth of what it is that they really want. Someone who was very guarded. Two of Cups, about a partnership, but knows that this would bring them good fortune. They wanted to make a U-turn. Someone wants to make a U-turn and come back now for some of you, because now they're trusting their intuition. Here's the High Priestess again. They want to bring in the balance. They also want to reveal this secret, speak the fact that they've been alone, but they've sought enlightenment about this. And even though they wanted to leave you out in the cold before, now seven of pentacles, they want to work together. They're trying to find a way to have peace about this so that they can come in Ace of Wands with this new spark. I'm taking from the bottom of the deck and going forward, and have this way of moving forward, right? I gotta get going, guys. I'm gonna pull the final guiding message from the tarot, like we do, and then get some closing messages. I'm gonna take that call. I'll call you right back. Hold on. Okay, Divine Creator Source. What is the... Thank you for this message that has come forth. Ancestors, for our highest evolving. Thank you for the wisdom, the guidance, and the insight. What is the divine guidance as we're closing out this message? Thank you for the message that has been given. Please give us any divine guidance as we're closing this out. What is the divine guidance, please and thank you, as we're closing this message out? What is the divine guidance? Divine guidance. Okay. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Swords. Knight of Wands. Here's that Seven of Wands again. Seven of Swords, 7 again, and the Six of Cups. So some of you are finding peace, resting. About anyone that's been in and out, you're just standing your ground to see if their words are going to match their actions, because in the past it didn't. You know that you're basically staying with reality. Someone may want to take this leap of faith. Some of you are expecting others to come back towards you, saying they want to offer a cup of love, but some of you may find yourself just sacrificing the relationship. Unless their words match their action, you're not going to stay in any illusion that's just... may just be just that, an illusion. Some people talk a good talk, but they don't walk a good walk. And it's like hindsight is 2020, but sometimes people like the thought of you, but once they actually have you, they don't really necessarily know what to do with you. Take it as it resonates. That's for some. Some, they've been dreaming about it, thinking about it, but yeah, it just may be a dream. It was all a dream. Let me have any closing messages from this deck. Even though they recognize the truth, it takes growth and evolving. And some of you have evolved past certain situations. Unconditional love. You still have unconditional love for them, but sometimes the growth just hasn't occurred for some people. We have belief here, inner strength, and divine fruit. Belief says, I believe in myself, the beauty of life, and the goodness of God. Thus, I have the power to fulfill my dreams. The will of the Almighty supports me. My life is showered in divine light, and my heart opens to the power of the universe. Inner strength. Nothing moves me from my path of light. This is you with the Seven of Wands, allowing nothing to move you from your path of light, because you have complete confidence in yourself. You realize by your innate qualities and abilities, and you know that with God, you can do anything. All the power you need is within you, right? You have the divine fruit. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. As I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundation. My intellect is light, my heart is warmth, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. So, some of you are allowing your fruit to reflect your inner light. You will know them by their fruit. So if they do come back, words have to match the actions. You will know them by the fruit that they're producing. So when some come to you, you'll know if it's an illusion or if it's something that actually can be brought forth, Queen of Pentacles here, into this actual manifested into this 3D, right? Into the material realm, right? For some, it's just going to stay a dream, a beautiful thought in their head, and that's okay too. For others, it may just actually come forth, but you will know them by their fruit. Thank you for joining me. That has been today's reading. Thank you for joining me, Tonae Star, here with Tonae Star Enterprises. Remember, always shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you are still amongst the stars. And do what you love what you do. Allow your gifts to make room for you. Thank you for joining me.